So what's the size of investments you will be incurring next 1 year?
See, on a wheat flour mill, we are already, as I mentioned, putting a 1000 TPD plant, which is no other person is having in the country, for which all financial closure and everything is all over. And for the rice also, all financial closures are over, for the 2 lakh ton plants, So within a year, we will have a good amount of capacity.
So what's the total size of investments, amount of investments?
See, it is I foresee from here on roughly next 5 years, we continue to put up the capacities. So to put the numbers in capex numbers will be a bit difficult, but you can say it will be a continuous growth story for next 5 years.
But what will be the source of finance?
See, source of finance, we are having a good net worth with us, is hardly leveraged. Our debt equity ratio is very comfortable, and we have the excellent relations with the industrial institutions, and bankers. Our main institution is IDBI, who has been supporting us all along, and I don't foresee any reason why they will not continue to support us for our future ventures. And we will be having a mix of both debt as well as equity.
So after the IPO, how your stock has performed on the stock market?
Well, that is for all to see. We came out a public issue in September 2006, IPO at 10+5. And if you recall, this was probably the only issue on the private company wherein, a safety net was offered to the retail investors. That means if our issue price goes below the offer price, IDBI offered the safety net to buy back the shares at the issued price. And that has worked wonders for the small retail investors, because they were insured against the probable losses. And if you have a look at from the September till now, almost 20 months have gone, our share price presently is quoting more than 150 rupees. So it is roughly 1000% return for the investors in a 2 years period. So I hope, I think, I don't know, some of your journalists only told me one day, probably we are among the top performers in the IPO segment ever since we hit it. From September 6th till date, probably our stock has performed the best. Or if not best, it is definitely among the first 5 top performers.
Now, there is a lot of use of technology in the work which you are doing.
Yeah.
So what would you like to say about how do you choose technology in the latest?
Well, I tell you, we are having the world leaders with us in a rice business. Satake, Japan, they are the world leaders in rice milling technologies. And we had a tie-up with them from the Satake. All plant machineries are with them. So we are having the best of the equipments available and the best of the technologies available in the world, because they are the leader not only in Indian space, they are the leader world over so far rice is concerned.
Do you have your own R&D department also?
No, we do not have our own R&D department, because that is, really speaking, that is not needed. That is needed by the people who either develop the seed or who develop the process, how to be milled and also. So since we are not in a seed business, and so far milling is concerned, since Satake is having one of the largest and the best laboratories and R&D center on rice, so we use their expertise, and there is no point in reinventing the wheel.
Now what is the combination of rice and wheat? You want to grow more into rice or wheat or?
No, we will not be growing one into it. We will have roughly a balanced approach, because firstly, rice and wheat are not competing crops. They are alternate crops. In the same field, rice is grown once the wheat is harvested. Same way, once wheat is harvested, rice is sown. So these are alternate crops. So we intend to create a capacities in both the segments, and aggressive capacity creation will be there.
Do you have any plans to launch new brands?
Truly speaking, in my opinion, commodities per se do not require any branding. We also done a branding because all others does it. Actually, just a recall value. Brand does not fetch any additional value, because so far the tech